Hi friends, and welcome to the Taba Squishy Kit instructional video, where we are going to show you how to make these adorable Taba Squishy paw prints from start to finish using our Sweet Sunday Taba Squishy Kit. You have everything you need inside the kit, but I also like to use gloves just because I like to stay away from the mess. You definitely are going to need some Vaseline or petroleum jelly, and then a piece of parchment paper just to make sure that your area is nice and clean. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a little working space, and this is where I'm going to put the parchment paper on the table just to avoid any mess. So if you're a glove girl like me, this is where you're going to want to put your gloves on. So you're going to put a super thin layer of Vaseline or petroleum jelly inside the mold, making sure to get in any of those little nooks in those cracks, especially the wall of the mold. And all this is doing is just creating a little bit of a barrier so that when we are pulling our Taba Squishy out, it's super easy to come out of the mold. Now we're going to mix our squishy glues together. Okay, so we have squishy glue A and a squishy glue B. It doesn't matter how much you're going to be mixing as long as you mix equal parts. So what we mean by that is if you're going to be pouring 20 milliliters of the squishy glue A, then you pour 20 milliliters of squishy glue B. So making sure that it's the exact same amount that you're mixing together. And then once you pour them in the mixing cup, you just give it a good stir. So now that the glue is mixed together, this is where we're going to have fun and we're going to add some colors. So let's pick a color. We're going to do purple. So keeping in mind, these are paint pigments. So these are very pigmented. You do not need a lot. So you're just going to use, and I just use a little stick to add into the glue that's already mixed. So I just add a little bit in and you're just gonna stir, stir, stir until you get the color you want. And keep in mind, less is more. So start with a little bit, but then if you wanna have a darker, richer color, then keep adding more of the paint pigment. So just play around and have fun with this. So I'm going to do a two-toned paw print, I think, for the first squishy, and I think I'm going to do pink with the purple. I think that'll be super cute. So I'm just going to mix that up. Okay, so then you're just going to carefully pour the glue mixture into the mold. So I'm going to try to do like a pink purple. So I'm just going to be careful and try to just do pink, purple, and then do the pad a multicolor. I'm going to add one more color to this paw print, but first we have to let this set, or else when you pour in the next glue mixture, it's going to mix together. So I'm going to set it aside for about 2 hours. And this is just another paw print that I'm showing you guys here, just so I can show you the different ways that you can design your paw prints. It's been 2 hours and the glue is set enough that I can add an additional color. So I am mixing up a fresh batch of the squishy glue with the paint. So I'm going to do like a lighter, paler pink, so I'm going to add white to the pink and see what that looks like. So I'm going to mix that up and I'm going to pour that in, and now for this one you can pour it right up to the top of the mold. And I'm going to do the same thing with the other mold. I'm just going to make a batch of blue. Now keep in mind, you can add as many colors as you want to, as long as you're letting the first color set for 2 hours before you're pouring the next color in. So these have been sitting overnight now. Typical dry time is 4 hours, 6 to be safe, but honestly, by the time I was finished this video, I didn't have time to do the demolding, so I'm going to do it now. So what you want to do is you just want to gently pull away from the side of the mold to see how easy it does come out, and because of the Vaseline, it works wonders. These paw prints are just pulling out so easily, and oh my gosh, how cute! I can't. These are adorable. Okay, so let's demold the other one. Again, same thing. Just pull a little bit from the wall and it should just slip out. Oh my gosh, too cute. Next, we're gonna wash our tabas. So I just use warm water and Dawn dish soap, but you can use any kind of soap. We're just essentially trying to take off that oil, that Vaseline feeling on top of the taba, and then we're just gonna pat it dry with a paper towel. The next part is the funnest part. My kids love this, assembling the Taba Squishy bags. So what I use is a wet paper towel and just a simple hole punch. Because the Tabas are so sticky and so squishy, it's impossible to put them inside the plastic bag. So what I like to do is I like to open up the bag and I wrap the Taba in a wet paper towel so that when you slip in the Taba inside the bag, it won't stick because it's on the wet paper towel. And then you just slowly slip the wet paper towel out and ta-da! And of course I have to get in a squish. Okay, so you can decorate your Tabas any way you want to. We're just gonna add some of the charms. We're gonna maybe add a couple of pom-poms. My kids love this part. I need to make another video so they can do this part for themselves. And then we're just gonna close out the bag, of course, another test squish. And this is where I put the hole punch. So I'm just gonna punch a hole and just make a hole for the keychain and then add the keychain charm to the Taba Squishy bag. And success! You made your very own Taba Squishy paw print. It's so cute. I'm gonna flock the next paw print just so you can see. So the kit comes with 3 packets of the flocking powder, and it's just like little fine fibers that allow you to squish it without it being so sticky, and it actually gives a really cute fuzzy or furry texture to it. My kids love it. I actually love it too. And so when you're putting the flocking powder on, I would just do it over top of the parchment paper and then brush off the excess with like an old makeup brush or like a paintbrush. And like, oh my gosh, it is so cute. It's still super squishy, but the flocked ones are my favorite. The great thing with the flocked Taba Squishy is that it's not as sticky, so it's easy to get into that plastic bag. So let's just add some poms, maybe a couple of those cute little charms. Oh, the squish, I love the squishy. And we're gonna do the same thing. So I'm just gonna put a hole punch and then add that keychain charm. And there you have it, your very own paw print Taba Squishies. They're so cute and so squishy, and you can store everything in your Taba Squishy Kit container. Thanks for watching.